Our time in the Black Hills has been incredible, filled with breathtaking scenery and unforgettable experiences. But the journey continues. Today we're making our way to the iconic Mount Rushmore, a place that captures a few of the icons of American history. Oh, you just paid for parking here, I guess.
Welcome to Mount Rushmore. Please press lighted button for ticket.
My friend Corey is with me, and he's on an epic quest to visit all 50 states and 50 countries before he turns 50. Today we're at Mount Rushmore in South Dakota, marking his 48th state. Not only is this his first time seeing this iconic landmark, but it's another step closer to achieving his incredible goal. And I'm thrilled to be a part of this milestone in his journey, and also give him a taste of overlanding and camping along the way.
Hey, friends, thanks for joining us on another adventure where each new day is the day we make.
We made it. Mount Rushmore. From the moment you enter the monument, you already get an impression on just how large this colossal sculpture carved into the granite really is. The 60-foot heads of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln carved into the mountain were chosen to represent the nation's birth, growth, development, and preservation.
And here
What are we looking at here?
Is, some rocks. Everybody was coming out of here. It looks pretty popular, but
Yeah. So we're here in the Presidential Trail. It's a 0.6 of a mile loop that takes you closer and below Mount Rushmore.
you know what I heard? I heard that they were going to carve Jimmy Carter in here.
So on this section there are 425 stairs or steps that are strenuous, it says. And we've already gone over how much Corey loves steps.
Yeah, I know. I love steps. We're already at like 17,000 right now.
Yeah.
And they're just like tick, 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 tick.
We've
We could
done
give you like
6.
a little like step count as we go along here. Hold on to further notes. 17, 297, 298, 299. That is 17,300 steps.
And we did 6 miles before noon.
Yep.
Yeah. The sculptor, Betson Borglum, named it the Shrine of Democracy. The memorial park covers over 1,200 acres and is just over 5,700 feet in elevation. We left Mount Rushmore and started to make our way towards the Badlands. Before we made it to the Badlands, we came across a town that caught our interest. So on our way to the Badlands, we happened our way upon this ghost town, I guess. It's not much to it, but this caught my eye. I don't really know what this is, but we found ourselves in the town of Scenic, which had the feel of a ghost town. In August 2011, the Iglesia Ni Cristo Incorporated, based in the Philippines, bought much of the town for nearly $800,000. The Rapid City Journal wrote them to find out why they purchased it. However, no response was ever received, and little has been done with the town since. Entering Badlands National Park was like stepping onto another planet. The desolate beauty and striking landscape was unlike many places you'll find. The stark and almost alien landscape held a strange beauty, and with every mile of gravel road, the scenery just got better and better. The land here has sharply eroded buttes and pinnacles, along with the largest undisturbed mixed grasses prairie found in the entire United States. The park's north unit is also one site where the black-footed ferret can be found. This is one of the most endangered mammals in the world. Neither Corey and I had ever seen one, and we really hoped we would get a glimpse of one on this trip. For 11,000 years, Native Americans have used this area for their hunting grounds, long before the Lakota or the Paleo Indians, which were followed by the Arikara people. The Lakota people were the first to call this place Mako Sika, which translates to Badlands. By the late 19th century, the U.S. government had taken much of the territory from the natives, who were forced to live on reservations. In 1890, thousands of Oglala Sioux became followers of the Indian prophet Wavaka. His vision called for the native people to dance the ghost dance and wear ghost shirts, which would be impervious to bullets. One of the last known ghost dances was performed on Stronghold Table, located now in the south unit of Badlands National Park. From the top of the Badlands wall, they could scan the area for enemies and wandering herds. With the quaint town of Scenic and Badlands National Park in our rearview mirror, we were setting off to explore the wide open spaces of the national grasslands. The hunt is on for a secluded campsite with breathtaking views. We found ourselves on a nice winding gravel road outside of Badlands National Park, in an area that looked very promising to spend the night.
Pretty nice road.
I was glad to see that this area was dry, making our go much easier. As we traveled along these smooth, grassy areas, the terrain eventually got a little more interesting.
Nice to be on like a plateau, you know? Sunset.
It's here when we noticed the perfect spot for the night.
You like that?
Found our spot just outside the Badlands. We got some nice cliffs there. The sunshine is hitting them perfectly. And it is definitely the Badlands. And we have Chef Corey. We already got the bacon going because that's the most important part of every meal.
What's a camping meal without bacon? If
Right.
it's not bacon, it's almost like you weren't here.
Right.
The Cowboys would be ashamed of you. We'd have problems.
So tonight's burger night. We already got the onions in there. We're going to do some potatoes in there with the onions.
Jalapenos, tomatoes, and apple, and a couple of different types of peppers with a little bit of garlic, and some bacon grease. And then I'm actually going to add a little bit of honey whiskey into it.
Man,
It's going to be freaking good.
don't threaten me with a good time. That sounds amazing. Well, we're going to get this going, and we'll check back in soon. We got our bacon done. Smoked cheddar from Dirty Sally's. Green chilies roasting. And all that.
In Canada. And Mexico. I've been to Mexico. But that was off of cruises most of the time. So, yeah. But yeah, Italy and Greece, dude. We'll go back to Italy and Greece. Those peppers are nice.
I think Corey is ready to eat.
I am. This is going to be like magic.
I made Corey hike 6 miles before noon. And
Corey likes hiking, so that's good.
what do you got here?
Oh, this has got the hatch peppers on it, and a little bit of stone ground mustard, nice Angus beef with a smoky cheddar, 5 pieces of bacon, a little bit of ketchup, and a whole lot of love. If you're not wearing it, you're doing it wrong.
Next up is the vegetable melody.
And so what always makes things when I mix them like this is the combination of some spicy peppers and apples and garlic and onions. It's got sweet, just enough spice. Very healthy, very fresh. Who says you have to like eat canned crap when you're out camping?
After a great meal, it was just time to sit around, enjoy the scenery, and what was going to be an epic sunset. Next morning, we awoke to a perfect day. The air was crisp, there was a gentle breeze, and the sky was ablaze from the rising sun. Well, we have a beautiful morning here in the Badlands, and after coffee and packing up, we are going to head to Badlands National Park, check things out there, and then, I don't know, we may do another night in the Badlands. Corey seemed to really enjoy it, so see what we decide to do. There's Corey. We'll check in a bit, but for now, we're gonna get coffee going. So I put this bag of tumbleweed fire starter here because there is a prickly pear, a mean looking prickly pear directly behind my stove and kitchen, so a couple wrong steps back and that'd be really bad. And then this one I just covered with the cow patty for now. So we'll uncover him when we leave and pick this up, of course, but it worked well. I don't know if it's making it out on camera, but the coyotes were being very boisterous this morning. After coffee was made, we packed up camp and continued making our way across this area. I was really hoping the path ahead would continue being dry. I'm always amazed at this type of soil because when it's dry, it's really like concrete, but when it's wet, it can be very unforgiving. With the sun at our back, it made the grassland glow golden, and it really made the horizon pop. Today, with the clear skies, the scenery, and the temperature, it all coalesced to make the perfect day. I began to get a little concerned with what I was beginning to see just ahead. We were approaching a deep wash, and I didn't know if it would be possible to pass through it. I didn't know if the road was washed out or full of water and deep mud. But as I rounded the corner, I was immediately relieved. Not only was it dry, there was a significant amount of gravel placed in the bottom of the wash, making the ground extremely solid. We were a ways back in here, and I especially didn't want to have to backtrack. We were going along, making our way towards Badlands National Park, when we had some things catch our eye. Well, on our way out to the visitor center, we noticed something caught our eye over against the wall over here. That looks old and interesting, so we're gonna go check it out. No. Want to talk about it?
Sure.
I hadn't seen this anywhere either.
Yeah, this is something that I've never seen or even heard of. And it seems to be like on everywhere that had a grassy layer, there's essentially what seems to be lightning glass. Some sort of crystal here. I think that something, maybe a meteor hit here and just set off so much heat that it actually burnt the sand along the sand and made essentially lightning glass, like throughout the whole valley here. That's really cool, and there's so much of it. If we could find a value for it, and we might be rich.
Yeah, there's no shortage of it out here for sure, but it's definitely unique. I hadn't seen it in any other area I've been in. I'm going this way to avoid the prickly pears. He's got actual shoes on, and I have, of course, just my chacos, so you know, can't take the Florida out of me, I guess. It's great to have Corey along because he's an archaeologist and he can identify and give technical knowledge about things we're coming across on this trip. Little vertebrae here. Pretty cool. So we're just checking everything out along the way. We're getting closer. But it's all the way back here against this rock face. There's actually another little item over here.
Not a meteorite.
No idea what that is.
That's got lots of bullet holes in it.
Yeah, I think it is a washing machine. A washing machine or a refrigerator.
Yep.
I called it. I was like, I wonder if it's going to be like an old washing machine or an old refrigerator. And
it's both.
this is what we have. A washing machine and a refrigerator. And like we were just discussing off camera, anytime you come across anything like this or a sign along a road, bullet holes. I mean, it's got to have bullet holes. What is this?
That's the handle.
No frost. Yeah, the handle of the fridge. No frost fridge. Must have been pretty fancy in its day. Cool. Well, the Jeep's way out there, so we just got our curiosity, but it's been answered.
And it didn't lead us to a T-Rex skull or anything.
No, not yet. The search continues. These are some older Pabst Blue Ribbon cans because, as you can see, they got the pull tab top on them, and actually the one next to it is the Miller High Life. So here you have it. So this is kind of what this surface looks like on this wall over here. Pretty cool. Somebody was shooting along here a lot at some point a long time ago, because the bullets that were probably once deep inside of this are now exposed at the surface.
Look, somebody lost the backing for their
ribbon bar?
Ribbon bar.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, is that a musket? No, I thought it was a musket ball.
Yeah, Corey caught this. Corey caught this cool snakeskin coming out of the hole. Must be living in there. Yeah, they're hunting. What is this? It's a skeleton of something. What in the world? I don't know. That's interesting.
No, that is a canine. That is a coyote.
Coyote?
Yep. Either somebody shot him and left him here, or fell.
That's a coyote, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Definitely a canine head.
Wow, he's pretty low.
Trying to avoid the radar.
That's crazy. So we were just discussing about how sometimes out here, and this may have happened to some of you, is you're going down this road for miles and miles, and you get to the other end and the gate's locked. Well,
We got a gate.
we got a gate, but it doesn't look substantial and it doesn't look like it's locked. I think we're going to be okay. There is a chain. Sweet, it's not locked. For free. So we are at the White Rivers Visitor Center for the Badlands National Park, and we had a nice drive where we explored all kinds of things, found coyote bones and old human artifacts like washing machines and refrigerators.
Lots of bullets.
And lots of bullets. So now we're going to go in here and check it out and get some information and see where we're going to next. So we were at the White River National Park Visitors Center for the Badlands, and we met a Native American from the Aglala tribe, and his name was Chase Badwound. We met Chase Badwound, and he told us to come to Red Table Rock Overlook, and boy, he was not wrong. Check this out. Thank you to Chase Badwound for telling us about this place. Red Shirt Table, right? Red Shirt Table Canyon. Gorgeous. We've discovered and experienced so much on this journey, but we're still not done yet.
Hey everyone, want to get even more involved with our community and support what we do? Join us on Patreon. You'll get access to exclusive content like behind the scenes footage, early access to videos, members only live streams, and a chance to connect with us directly. Plus, your support helps us to continue to create the content you love.